Hey family, if you're Black, this video might just shake something deep inside you. This isn't clickbait, it's a wake-up call. They don't want you to see this. They don't want you to question. They don't want you to remember who you really are. But today, we're going to pull back the curtain. This message is for those who are ready to unplug from the lies, tap into their true history, and reclaim what was stolen. Before the chains, before the ships, before the erasure, you were royalty. Not just in title, but in mastery. Ancient Black civilizations pioneered architecture, medicine, astronomy, and spiritual systems that still baffle modern science. From Nubia to Kemet, Mali to Great Zimbabwe, Black empires were thriving, innovative, and connected to the divine. But the colonizers rewrote the narrative. They didn't just steal gold or labor, they stole identity. They told you your story began in chains. That's a lie. You came from creators of pyramids, keepers of sacred knowledge, and rulers of vast kingdoms. They couldn't conquer your spirit, so they tried to erase your memory. But memory is rising, and you are part of that awakening. Why did they outlaw the drum? Why did they fear your ceremonies? Because African spirituality was a source of real power, direct access to the divine. Your ancestors knew how to manifest, how to commune with spirits, how to heal without pharmaceuticals. Colonial powers knew this. That's why they demonized Vodun, Ifa, Kemetic science, and more, labeling them witchcraft while replacing them with dogma designed to pacify. You were taught to fear your own traditions, to look outside for salvation, and to ignore the God within. But guess what? The veil is lifting. Many are now remembering that true spirituality is not about control, it's about connection, alignment, and power. And your DNA remembers it. Every time you hear Black excellence, remember, it's not something new. It's the echo of who you've always been. Whether it's in art, music, sports, business, or science, Black brilliance has shaped every corner of this world. But here's the truth. The system was designed to dim that light. Redlining, mass incarceration, miseducation, all intentional. Yet despite it all, you rise, you innovate, you inspire. That's not by accident. That's ancestral energy working through you. You are not just fighting for success. You're reclaiming a birthright. When you understand that, you move differently. You don't wait for validation. You remember your assignment. The media has spent decades pushing one version of what it means to be Black, often negative, violent, or hypersexualized. It's not just racism, it's psychological warfare. Because if they can control your image, they can control how you see yourself. But here's what they don't tell you. You're more than a stereotype. You are multidimensional, a divine being having a human experience. The world copies your style, your slang, your rhythm, while denying you credit. That's not coincidence. That's colonization in real time. It's time to take back the narrative, uplift our own stories, build our own platforms, and remind the world who we really are. You were born for this time. With knowledge at your fingertips and a global voice through technology, you have more power than any generation before. You can rewrite the story. You can choose to heal the trauma. You can ignite a revolution of mind, body, and spirit. But it starts with awareness. It starts with unlearning the lies and remembering the truth. This isn't about hate, it's about healing. It's about reclaiming your divinity, your creativity, and your community. The system wants you distracted, divided, disempowered. Don't let them win. Rise above the noise. Wake up the warrior within. Let's be real, the school system wasn't designed to elevate Black minds. You weren't taught about Mansa Musa, Queen Nzinga, or the real significance of Timbuktu. Instead, they gave you a watered-down version of history, starting with slavery, as if your story began in chains. Why? Because knowledge is power. If you knew who you truly were, you'd be unstoppable. The system trains you to memorize, not to think critically, to follow, not to lead, to fit in, not to stand out. But now, much of it has been commercialized, stripped of meaning, and used to push self-destruction. They fund what keeps you numb, glorifying violence, drug use, and materialism, while silencing conscious voices. We must reclaim the frequency, support artists who uplift, create rhythms that heal. Your voice is sacred. Let it speak life. They told you your skin was a problem, that dark meant dirty, that light meant better. But understand this, melanin is a gift. It's sacred. It connects you to the sun, to the stars, to ancient power. Your skin is a temple, a testament to your ancestors who walked in the sun with pride and strength. Don't bleach it. Don't hide it. Celebrate it. Protect it. Walk into every room like it's armor, not a target. Because when you love your skin, you tell the world, I am not ashamed. I am not invisible. I am divine. They try to make it seem like science is new to us, like we just entered the game. But long before Western civilization discovered gravity or chemistry, African minds were already at work. Imhotep, the original architect and physician. The Dogon people, who knew about Sirius B long before telescopes. Ancient Egypt, where sacred geometry and cosmic alignment guided everything from agriculture to architecture. You weren't just part of science, you were the blueprint. The more you remember, the more the world begins to make sense. Let's stop saying Black people are poor. That's a dangerous mindset. Truth is, our wealth was stolen. Entire nations were robbed of their gold, diamonds, oil, and people. Generational wealth was cut off by design through colonization, redlining, and systemic exclusion. But we're rising again. From entrepreneurs to investors, from tech to trade, the Black economic renaissance is real. The key is unity. Circulate the dollar in our communities. Support Black-owned businesses. Build, invest, and educate. The wealth isn't gone. It's waiting for us to reclaim it. Let's talk about psychological programming. The media, the ads, the magazines, all fed you a single message, that you weren't enough, that your nose was too wide, your hair too kinky, your culture too loud. That wasn't by accident, it was strategic, because when you hate yourself, you're easier to control. But here's the shift, people are waking up. Afrocentric beauty is rising, natural hair is powerful again, the mirror is no longer a weapon. Love what they tried to make you hate. That's how you win. You are never alone. Every time you feel intuition, guidance, a sudden push, that's ancestral energy. These weren't just people from the past. These were warriors, healers, builders, and prophets, and their blood runs through you. They survived what was meant to break them, and now you're here, stronger because of them. Call on them, honor them, light a candle, say their names, keep their wisdom alive. Your success is their justice. Your awakening is their dream fulfilled. Why do they push distraction so hard? Because if you woke up, the system would collapse. Your attention is currency, and they spend billions to keep you numb. Video games, gossip, drama, fear-based news, all designed to keep your mind from asking real questions. But you're different. You're watching this. You're asking. That means you're dangerous. To lies, to control, to oppression. Stay woke, stay sharp, stay grounded. Let's talk trauma. From slavery to segregation to police brutality, that's a lot of generational pain. And unhealed trauma becomes normalized behavior. But here's the power. Healing is possible. Therapy isn't weakness, it's freedom. Meditation, journaling, spiritual work, it's not extra, it's necessary. You don't have to carry the weight of the world. Let it go. Cry if you must, scream if you need to, but heal. Because a healed Black soul is a revolution. Black women are the most copied, disrespected, yet powerful beings on the planet. From beauty trends to cultural expression, the world takes from you while erasing your name. Yet you continue to lead, nurture, and innovate. You are divine. not just in spirit, but in presence. Protect your energy, set your boundaries, know your worth. You are not too loud. You are not too much. You are the source, and don't let them forget it. You're not a criminal, not a deadbeat, not a thug. That's the narrative they sold. But you're a creator, a leader, a protector, a thinker. You carry the burden of being feared and misunderstood, but you also carry the responsibility of breaking cycles. Heal yourself, uplift others, show the world the power of a conscious Black man. You're not a problem, you're a solution. Many of our names were stripped, replaced, and anglicized. But even your chosen name has energy. Words carry vibration. Identity matters. Start asking, who named you? What does it mean? And if it doesn't resonate, rename yourself. Reclaim your identity. Because every time you speak your name, you're calling yourself into existence. Make it sacred. Let's be honest, not everyone with melanin is moving with integrity. Some are still asleep. Some are agents. Some are sellouts. Protect your circle. Elevate with those who want to rise, not those who drag you down. Loyalty should never outweigh growth. You can love from a distance. Move with discernment. They divide us by shade, by class, by nation, by religion. But at our core, we are one. Whether you're from Ghana or Georgia, Jamaica or Jersey, we are the same tree with many branches. Imagine what would happen if we moved as one. No ego, no envy, just purpose, just love, just power. Unity is not optional, it's essential. If you've ever felt like you don't belong, like something about this world feels fake, like you're meant for something more, that's because you're waking up. The Matrix wants you sedated, but you're seeing through the illusions. You're realizing your mind, body, and soul are meant to be aligned. That's not delusion, that's divine guidance. Trust it, lean into it. Your awakening is your revolution. Let's crush this minority myth. Black people are not minorities in spirit, culture, or global impact. In fact, Black genes are dominant. Africa is the cradle of civilization. They want you to think you're small, isolated, insignificant. But globally, people of African descent make up a massive part of humanity. You are the root, not the branch. You are the original, not the offshoot. Claim your place. The world began with you, and it cannot move forward without you. They trained you to be a consumer, to buy brands you don't own, support systems that exclude you, and chase trends that don't reflect your truth. But you are a creator by nature. Your ancestors built civilizations from earth and fire. That energy lives in you. Create music, build businesses, own platforms. Stop making everyone else rich off your culture. You are not here to fit in. You're here to create new worlds. You've got gifts you haven't even tapped into. Ever had a gut feeling that came true? A dream that warned you? That's ancestral memory. That's spiritual technology. Your body is more than flesh. It's an antenna. It senses energy. It records trauma. It remembers truths your mind may forget. Stop ignoring your intuition. Start listening to your body. There's a reason it's speaking. Your evolution depends on it. They told you your hair was unprofessional, nappy, or too much. But your coils and curls aren't random. They're mathematical. Kinky hair grows upward like a tree. It spirals in patterns found in galaxies and DNA. That's not just beautiful, that's divine design. When you embrace your natural hair, you align with ancient power. Every twist, every lock, every curl is a spiritual antenna. Let it grow. Let it speak. Let it shine. What if Wakanda wasn't just a movie? What if it was a memory or a blueprint? Afrofuturism isn't just about sci-fi. It's about imagining what the future looks like when we fully reclaim our power. Technology, spirituality, culture, art, all rooted in Blackness, but evolved. This isn't fantasy. This is possible. The future is ours to design. And it doesn't have to look like anyone else's dream. Let's build it together.